Hey everyone, it's Nathan Orenstein with the No Show, here to talk about Nomadland. Nomadland is written and directed by Chloe Zhao and stars Frances McDormand and David Strathairn. It is based on the non-fiction book of the same name by Jessica Bruder and is available to stream on Hulu. Nomadland follows Fern, played by Frances McDormand, who basically loses everything in the Great Recession. She becomes a nomad living out of her van, and she travels across the western United States, picking up odd jobs and meeting other nomads along the way. Nomadland is one of those movies that's incredibly good, but it's kind of difficult to say why to someone who hasn't already seen the movie. I'll try my best though. The lifeblood of this film really comes down to Chloe Zhao's direction and Frances McDormand's lead performance. Put simply, it's hard to believe Frances McDormand is even acting in this movie. Her performance is so raw and so authentic that it really doesn't even feel like she's in a film. Fern is a normal person dealing with issues that, unfortunately, a lot of people struggle with. And the emotions that come with that don't feel played up at all. They're certainly here, but they don't feel like they're acted or fabricated in any way. This central performance fits perfectly within Chloe Zhao's overall vision for this movie. Most of the characters you'll see here are actually played by real-life nomads and not actors. I had known that real nomads were going to be used in this film, but I kind of thought they'd be background characters or people that just briefly interact with Fern on her journey. That's not the case here, though. Nearly every character aside from Fern and David, played by David Strathairn, is a nomad that Chloe Zhao hired for this movie. It works incredibly well here, and everything feels really real. The film as a whole isn't really anchored down by a narrative. It's just kind of Fern living her life. People come and go, and so does Fern, and that's really what we get in terms of a narrative structure. This leaves room for these genuine little moments between Fern and the other nomads, and the atmosphere of the film just feels so warm because of this. It's not entirely a happy or a sad movie, it's just about life, kind of in general. And this authenticity allows Nomadland to feel really inviting. It's a truly beautiful film, but again, it's kind of hard to describe why to someone who hasn't seen it. The only times that Nomadland didn't quite work for me were moments that felt overly scripted. Maybe that's not the best way to describe it. As a whole, Nomadland kind of just ebbs and flows at whatever pace Fern's life is going at. She meets new people, she gets new jobs, and her life just kind of moves along. What I'm referring to, though, are moments that really feel like they're trying to push the narrative forward, I guess you could say. They're not bad by any means, far from it, actually. But in my opinion, they do break the immersion that Nomadland really does a great job of creating, and it starts to feel more like a movie than a look into someone else's life. As I said, these moments are not bad at all, just took me out of it a little bit, but maybe that's just a personal thing. Putting that aside though, I could not recommend Nomadland enough. It's about a 60-year-old woman living out of her van, so don't expect any big theatrics or anything really exciting to happen here. What you will get, though, is an incredibly beautiful film about the highs and lows of life and everything in between. Nomadland is a truly special film, and I'm going to be giving it a 9 out of 10. If you enjoyed the review, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you've seen Nomadland already, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I've been Nathan Orenstein with The No Show. Thanks for watching.